Ireland squad was announced yesterday. Was there any kind of shock decisions made, do you think?
No, I don't think there was any shock decisions. I think it's a very stable squad. A lot of players who have performed very well for Andy Farrell in the last couple of seasons. A fair bit of experience in there. Some players disappointed, I suppose. John Hodnett, Cian Prendergast, to name two, that would be a little bit disappointed. But it's a very strong Irish squad. No new caps in there. No Johnny Sexton anymore. But certainly it's one that has a stable look to it. And Peter O'Mahony being captain obviously is big news for him, and he has big boots to fill in taking over the captaincy after Johnny Sexton. But it's exciting, and Ireland want to try and do well in this Six Nations. A very experienced squad.
And with Peter being named captain, how do you think he'll fare kind of after the era of Johnny?
He's a great leader, I think, and he's someone who does that role naturally. He's captained Ireland on a number of occasions before. Great experience with Munster as well. So it's a new era, even though there's a lot of the same players there, and I don't think there's any players in the squad that you could say shouldn't be there. I think there's players who probably won't be at the next World Cup, that's for sure. But I think this cycle through the World Cup we probably won't see some change starting until maybe summer tour, November next year, Six Nations next, in 2025. So it's about trying to win now for Ireland, and for Peter O'Mahony going in as captain. People are considering it a short-term scenario, but that's what they've got to look at and try and do well in the Six Nations. And I think he's the right man for the job, and certainly deserves it.
Brilliant. And then I suppose Ireland's first match is against France. What would our predictions be for that kind of match, and then just the tournament overall?
It's a very difficult opening fixture for Ireland, playing in Marseille on Friday night, the 2nd of February. It's obviously great excitement. Tough place to go, France at the best of times, but even with the game being down in Marseille, and both countries really disappointed after the World Cup, and so it's an interesting one. No Dupont or Intermac for France. No Johnny Sexton for Ireland, so a little bit of a couple of iconic players missing from that fixture. It's going to be very difficult. If Ireland can go and get a result there, well, the momentum you gain from that for the rest of the Six Nations is immeasurable, really. But I think France are obviously favourites. They play Ireland and England on French soil, so they're probably favourites. Ireland second favourites, I would say, but I'd still be very optimistic that Ireland can do well and be challenging for the championship come the end of it.
Brilliant.